No matter how good you are at the game right now, or whatever game mode you play, this video is going to break down tips that you've never even thought about adding to your game, which are going to help you win more and have more fun while playing College Football 25. And everything I'm breaking down here is real stuff that I've used to help myself win tens of thousands of dollars playing football video games. So hopefully you can take my years of no-lifing this game and you can learn something from this video that'll help you win more games today. So let's get into it. I'll start this with a question. What coverage is the defense in right now? We have 4 down linemen. We have an outside corner. We have 2 high safeties. There's a slot corner over here on the left. What coverage is this? You have your guess? Cover 0. This is cover 0 right here. Now, why did I do that? What's the point of what we're doing right here? Well, everybody approaches pre-snap very, very incorrectly. There's a lot of bad information about that, where a lot of people tell you need to be predicting the coverage. You need to be identifying what the coverage is pre-snap. The fact of the matter is, we saw how that looked. Well, I'm going to make the exact same look right here. This is cover 3. How would you ever know that? You can't identify that pre-snap. And guess what? I'm going to do the exact same thing. Exact same look. This time, I'm in cover 2. How would you ever know that? Right? So the point I'm making is that if you're playing anybody good, or if you're playing somebody who, like the CPU, who does a good job of disguising their coverage through like cover 9 show 2, for example, some plays like that are built in disguise. Well, what we actually want to do instead is not worry about what exact coverage they're in, because think about it. If I call cover 3 right here, and I call a flood concept to the left, let's do this right here. If I know they're in zone and I call this flood concept, do I actually care if they're in cover 2, cover 3, or cover 4? Well, right there, that was cover 3. So let's go Tampa 2. Okay. Same exact play. So it's open again. What about cover 4? No, it doesn't matter what they're in. We have zone beaters and we have man beaters. We can dumb the game down all the way to that point. So instead of trying to identify what exact zone coverage they're in, which can be helpful if you get to that point throughout the game and you pick up your opponent's tendencies, instead, I focus on 2 things. 1, blitz, no blitz, and 2, man or zone. Blitz, no blitz is very important because it tells you how many people you need to block and how fast you need to be looking to get the ball out. The way I tell blitz, no blitz is essentially the front they're showing me pre-snap. So right here, how many people do we have in the box? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a little bit worried about this guy blitzing because if he came free up the A gap, that'd be very, very bad, obviously. This guy's a little bit far out, so I'm not actually worried about Bentley too much out here. It's just, it'd be a long blitz angle a little bit, so it'd be tough. And then we have a slot corner who I'm not worried about him in this case. And we have an outside corner right here who I'm also not worried about him. Now, I could be proven wrong here, right, if my opponent does blitz from this. But to begin, I'm saying no blitz because at best, they're sending 5. So I'm not worried about a blitz at all here. This case, though, what if they did something like this? Where, they did this, and the front was something more like this. Here, I'm saying, blitz, blitz, blitz. I need to block my halfback here 100%. And guess what? If I'm wrong, I use that information to help me with my next play. Nice. I use that information to help me with my next plays. Does that kind of make sense? Whereas, right here, let's say, I'm thinking no blitz. And you know what happens? Oh, they blitzed me. They blitzed me. Oh, shoot. Well, guess what? Now, from now on, I'm going to know that they might blitz me from that, so I'm going to get more prepared for it, okay? Then we want to identify man or zone. The reason for that is because we have man beaters and zone beaters. Some plays can do a good job against both, but at its core fundamental standpoint, we want man or zone beaters. So, when we look at this, easy way to tell man zone, we give you 2 different ways. Motion, right? Notice right there, they don't follow me across the field. Nobody is running with Moore Jr. right here. That's telling me probably, again, keyword probably, is going to be zone. Right here, let's go again. Motion, look what happens. Probably man, okay? Most likely man. Now you could, if you're playing an advanced player, like a kind of a off, like kind of unique guy, he could disguise that even, but probably man. Then here's the next thing you have to do, right? You have to call your plays that are going to do a good job. I call them everything beaters that are going to do a good job against man and zone, and then I just identified during that play, what was it? Because most people have tendencies. So if someone's consistently calling man on you, you can safely predict the next play is going to be man, especially if it's from the exact same look. Does that kind of make sense? So we're looking pre-snap, do I think man or zone, right? We're making our prediction, and then we're calling the play and using the information from one play to lead to the next play. That's how I've always approached pre-snap, and it's been way better because the trap some people fall into is, oh, I think it's cover 3. He's showing, I think it's cover 4 right here. So I'm going to call my cover 4 beater, my my in route should always be open against cover 4. And then it ends up being a cover 3, and you're like, oh, shoot, nothing's open because you just were so fixated on what beats that specific coverage instead of just trying to beat basic zone or basic man. And real quick, if you've gotten any kind of value from this video or our channel at all, consider doing me a massive favor personally and seeing if you're subscribed. And if you're not, consider hitting the subscribe button. It's totally free. It helps get this channel pushed to more and more viewers just like yourself. And honestly, we're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel. We started it 5 years ago. We're getting really very close to where I'm getting like, here we go, baby. So again, consider doing that for me if you've gotten value. Get back to the video now. I'll keep it a buck with you guys. I've led you somewhat astray. A lot of people love the sexy routes, and I've given into that. I've told you guys about the sexy routes, so the routes that seem like they're unstoppable and they're big hitters, right? Everyone knows about the deep speed out. Everyone loves crossers. You know, you love doing this right here. It's so easy. It's free yardage. You've probably done it before. If you haven't, maybe steal that. But here's the thing. There's a way better route that you should be adding to your arsenal. That's a lot easier to throw. That's open against more things, and that is easier to add into your offense from anything, okay? I'm talking, of course, about the tight end drag route. Looks something like this. We snap this ball, and we're going to throw it. Now, why is this route good? Because you're like, dude, it's a drag route. Who cares? Well, I'm going to show you exactly why. Let's press Y or triangle, and then we're going to select A, and then go down the right stick. That's going to get our tight end on this drag route looking just like this, okay? So, the reason this is really, really good, let's just go, we're going up against random defenses right now, right? This is a really good sign if something is good or not, because random defense is literally just going to be random defenses, meaning that if this route gets open against the majority of random defenses, it means it's going to get open against a lot of defenses, right? It's pretty straightforward. I'm not a smart man. I'm not super complex. And so far, we've gotten it open every single play. Let's go again right here. This time it's a quick throw. Good gain of 5. Do you notice something going on with this? Every time I've called this tight end drag, it's gotten open. Now, that doesn't mean it's unguardable, but what it does mean is that it's pretty tough to defend. It takes specific adjustments to defend, okay? And whenever you have a route that takes specific adjustments to defend, you have a good opportunity for a good route here. This tight end drag is going to beat man coverage, and he's going to beat zone coverage, especially, like, he'll beat man coverage a lot of the time, especially if you have a good tight end. And against zone coverage, he'll beat most zone coverages. Let's look at something like this right here. Boom. Let's go tight end drag. Guess who's open again? This guy. And now the nice thing with the tight end drag is that he can actually be thrown in 2 different areas, right? You can go quick throw right in the middle. You've seen us do that. Nice. You've seen us do that a few times, right? The quick throw right in the middle that I think a lot of people take this throw for granted, and you have to be willing to throw that. But he also gets open on the sideline. Let's watch. Right here, right? Notice how I'm throwing him a little bit later this time. And depending on the route combo, you could actually throw him all the way on the sideline, depending. Or you could throw him a little bit earlier, right? Right here, we're going to throw him in the seam. Notice the rack opportunity. We're on Heisman difficulty right now. This is against random defenses. If you ever have a route that's able to get open consistently against random defenses, it is a good route, okay? We have not gotten this defended a single time, by the way. Not once. And the other thing with this is that this is a great blitz beater. It doesn't take a bunch of time to develop, right? It's like the fastest route you can really hope for. You know what I mean? Like, you can't really develop any faster than that. It gets it to one of your usual playmakers who's a tight end, and it's super safe and an easy read, right? This is not hard. You don't need a special pass lead to keep your feet in bounds. This is the route that you want to add to your offense. This is the tight end drag, and you need to start using it. This is going to seem like a beginner one, but I promise you it's not. So, who do we need to be using when we're on defense? The user is who we're actually, controlling. A lot of people want to use their defensive line. Fact of the matter is, this is not the best way to do it. It's widely accepted by the best players in the world that this is not how you want to do it, unless it is every once in a while for the idea of getting a very fast speed pass rush. If you can do that every time, okay. You can't. You literally can't. If you can, then sure. You can't, though. Now, with that being said, who should you be using? You want to, ideally, if you're starting out using, I like to be in a cover 3 or a cover 4 zone, right? I like to press Y or triangle, shade my coverage underneath, so I get these nice hard flats on the field. This is what it looks like. And user these yellow zones, okay? Just one of them. Now, here's where we're going to get into a bit more advanced stuff, because a lot of people they just don't do a good job with this. Where my zone, my responsibility is this area of the field right here, right? We all see that? Well, when the ball snapped, I'm actually going to run over here. What just happened? I left my area, and I gave up a super easy dot. So what we need to keep in mind always is that we have an area of the field that we need to protect. And if someone's attacking that area, we need to be there, right? Right there, no one is until late. So I'm able to go up to this in route late. We have to be looking for what's going to attack our area of the field. Let me show you another example. We need to know where our help is. Let's go. Let's go here, right? Oh, quick drag. I'm there. Now I'm working up that in route, and I'm able to get there for a potential alert. Notice how I'm taking away 2 different routes with my user. If we did this with a AI defender, right? Notice that left middle backer now run the exact same route combo, same defense. Right here, right? He is not able to play that in route. My user can, though. That's a difference in an interception. That is the difference between getting a stop on 4th down. That is the difference between actually winning games and losing games. So we gotta user our area, but we don't want to follow this guy all the way down. Why don't we want to follow this drag all the way to the sideline? In this case, why don't we? Well, because we have help on that sideline, right? We have help over here. So why would I ever go user all the way to the sideline as we get shedded? Why would I ever user that guy all the way to the sideline when we have help over on that side? Let me spy my defensive line so we don't insta-shed them again. All right, this makes no sense for me to go all the way, try to go all the way over here to the sideline when we already have help there. So know where your help is, right? A good example of this is, you know, if we have a running back streak right here. Well, to begin, I actually should be right here. But you know what I need to do? I need to bail off that guy because I have deep zone help, right? I have deep zones that are eventually going to help me. So if there's, you know, someone attacking that seam, okay, I gotta be here, I gotta be here. But as that route gets deeper and deeper, I can bail off of it, okay? So the key rules here is that you want to use one of these yellow zones if you're just starting out, and you gotta know where your help is, right? So many people get dotted up in the middle of the field, and the reason behind the reason they're getting dotted up is because they're not using the correct area, right? They're giving up their area. You know, they're doing whatever, and they're able to throw dots right where they're supposed to be. You got to know your area. You got to know where your help is. Pocket presence is one of those, like, high skill gap type things. When you see somebody with good pocket, you go, whoa, like, it looks hot. When you see a Madden player or a college football player get some good pocket presence, you're like, dang, that looks hot. But the advice around good pocket is actually, it's incredibly bad. Like, it's bad. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the idea behind good pocket, we all know what bad pocket looks like, right? Right here, they're just kind of drifting back, then they try launching it, and usually you just, like, you get sacked or you get a bad throw because you walk too far back. And so what people will say is, step up. Step up. You gotta step up in the pocket. Which is true, sort of. What about in this case? Should I step up there? What if he was disengaging? What if that was, like, inconsistent, but he would come free sometimes? Should I step up right there? Right? Should I be stepping up against this? Not really. Right? Why would I step up against that? I'm gonna bring myself towards the blitzers. Instead against this, right? We do it again. Right here, I actually kind of want to drift back a little bit. Right? I want to drift back, buy myself some time. Now we throw a pick, but like the route combo is irrelevant here. I want to buy myself some time by drifting back a little bit. Now that doesn't mean drift all the way back. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying do this. But I am saying, against different styles of pressure, you want to change how your pocket presence is going to be. Because let me give you another example of this, okay? Let's do something like edge pressure, okay? Well, do we want to drift back against edge pressure? Not really. Like, you don't want to do that in that case, right? So this edge pressure would be a really good example of, like, no, you want to step up against this, right? You want to take this and go, no, I'm stepping up. Buy myself time. That's a great example when you want to step up. But if they're setting A-gap pressure, you never want to step up like that. You know what I'm saying? So the goal here is to drift away from where the pressure's coming from, okay? And sometimes you don't really have a ton of places to go. Against that right there, wasn't a ton I could do. Maybe I could have rolled out, right here. Now, I can't really roll out. We're just going to stand still, and let's see, can we deliver this dot? Beautiful. But right there, stepping up would have been really stupid. Also right there, drifting back isn't really the best thing. We're already pretty deep, so we could just kind of sit here, right, in that case. Whereas if there was, let's say it's a blitz from the left side only, you know, it's something like they're doing this, and especially if they, like, really overdid it, right? Well, in this case, I might kind of drift a little bit to the right and step up to the right a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to just straight step up. I'm also not going to step back. It's all about feeling that. The best way to start getting better with your pocket presence is simply go run whatever route combos you would usually run, right? Set up your normal plays. Let's say this one of my normal plays, and just go up against random defense. The reason for this is that you want to get your eyes downfield, make the reads that you'd usually make, but then you want to you want to basically out of the corners of your eyes, you're going to be able to see the pocket still. You're going to be able to feel the pocket, right? You're going to be able to know, do I need to step back? You're going to be able to know if I need to step, drift a little bit here and there. And with that, the other part of that goes with our pre-snap reads that we talked about already, which is, if you see them lining up in the A gap, they're stacked in the middle, you might want to drift back a little bit. Right here, we're going to step up, and we have the opportunity to hit that beam. Now, they shed me, but, like, that's still a good pocket right there, right? Right here, I don't want to step up against this. We just want to chill, right? And then, make the read on the play. Again, this isn't a very good play call, but you're smart enough to get the idea. Right here, we're going to drift a little bit this way, go over the throw. Wow, this dude sucks. I don't know who this QB is, but he's the worst. Right here, we're chilling. We can actually now, this opportunity they gave us to roll out. Boom. But, like, had I stepped up, I couldn't have done that, really. Right? You see what I'm saying? Like, it really changes a lot. Right here's a great opportunity to step up. That's a great spot to step up right there. We kind of got that seal. Make sure, the big thing is, though, you want to keep your eyes downfield, which can be tough. Right? Which can be tough. And I'm missing reads right now because this just isn't a play that I use. You want to make sure you're calling plays that you are comfortable with, of course. We're just chilling. We're chilling. We have different things. Right here. We're fine. Can we deliver this? That's a beam. That's hot. You obviously take your first check down read. But that's how your pocket goes. And notice how my pocket's a little bit different every single play. Right here, I just scramble up and there's nothing I could do. He just shedded me. We did the best we could. Right? Maybe if I had a faster QB. Right here, we're chilling. Right? Boom. Dot. It can change based on the pressure they're sending. The idea that you have to just force yourself to step up is just not good advice. Sometimes it is, but this is not a rule of thumb you want to follow. Instead, be patient, try drifting away from the pressure, wherever that pressure might be coming from. So I want to show you guys the easiest way that I've found to stop RPOs in College Football 25. It's actually pretty simple. We're going to show a couple different ways. The first of which is going to be come out in any forward defensive lineman set with a slot corner, okay? Then from here, we want to move this guy in, kind of off the tackle a little bit, like manually move him. And if you put him in a hard flat, so, call cover 3, shade your coverage underneath. That's why I triangle down the right stick. So the coverage looks like this. Then simply pass commit. It's going to be right bumper and up on the right stick. Now, if they run the ball from this out of an RPO, it's okay because it is a pass play, right? The RPO registers the pass play, so you won't get hurt for the run commit. Or the pass commit. And if they throw it, you're just going to come free every single time. Okay. Next thing we do, I'll show this from a few different sets, but I just want to show it here first, is move the same guy in, man him up onto the RPO player. That's pressing A or X on PlayStation, up on the right stick, man that guy up. Now you see we're manned up on him. Now it depends on who the RPO player is, but you want to man that guy up. Now, we're not even worried about the pass commit, and it's really easy to stop. So let's show this out of a few different things. That's a really annoying one right there, by the way. It's that swing screen that a lot of people do. Let's go trips tight end. Let's go RPO alert bubble. Does the same concept work right here? The answer is yes. Let's go right here. Move this guy in. And you don't even always have to pass commit. It definitely works way better if you do. Like right there, you actually kind of see him get caught inside. We didn't pass commit, but you can get away with this sometimes. Right here, let's do it again. This time, let's make sure we do the pass commit. Up on the right bumper, up on the right stick. Oh, pick 6. Pick the ball. Let's do the same idea. Move this guy in, man him up. Same idea. Bang. Pick 6. Now, there's one more option we could do here. Same idea, but instead, we're going to take a linebacker. We're going to take an interior defender, do that same thing. So now we're manning that guy up with a linebacker instead. Same idea. Biggest thing you just got to be aware of with that one is just make sure that you're not like if this guy's all the way in here and you man him up, he's not going to play it because he's just not in a good position, right? So you just got to keep that in mind that if you man him up with an inside player, you want to have them relatively in position. Like something like this would be fine. Now we go here. Pick 6. Hopefully you get a pick 6 off that. Right. Really easy. This is how you stop RPOs. Works for pretty much all of the RPOs. And pick. Beautiful. Beautiful. Dance on him. Stunt. Looking good. Looking good. All right, next one. We talked about these tight end drags earlier, right? Like they're very, very good. But you obviously just can't use a tight end drag all by itself. So what makes a good route combo here? Well, let's use that tight end drag, right? We're going to utilize a route that's really good. But then let's actually pair it with a route concept that's really good. In this case, we're in the gun tight flex. We're going to put our outside wide receiver on a flat and our running back on a streak. So this is the route concept happening on the right side. Running back streak is attacking the seam. We have a quick flat read and we have a quick drag read. We have numerous routes here that we can throw fast and we can throw hot against a blitz. And the streak is tough to defend, takes very specific zones. And this drag is tough to defend. We now have 2 routes on this play that are tough to defend. But let's take this a step further. Let's actually corner out our outside left wide receiver and streak our slot wide receiver. So here's our route combo now. Why is this good? Well, how do you defend corner routes in this game? You've probably asked that before. Well, they're very tough to defend. They take very specific things. So think about it. If a corner route takes a specific style of defense to defend, and a drag takes a specific style of defense to defend, and the running back streak does as well, it's unlikely they're able to defend everything, right? Maybe they can, but it's unlikely. It's way too hard to defend everything. So we're putting together a bunch of routes that individually are tough to defend. When we pair them together, I mean, good luck, brother. Now the CPU, it kind of depend, but like they're gonna really give up the tight end drag a ton. CPU really struggles against these, just because it takes specific adjustments that they're just not able to do. And right there, I actually had my flat on the right side that I just totally missed. The drag was there too. But you kind of get the idea now, right? So here, I'm gonna show it to you again. And this is literally the idea behind what makes a good route concept. Or route, like entire play, really. It's you have a couple of routes that are tough to defend, and you pair them together and work them together inside the same play where they're all complementing each other, right? Right here, now the ball. In this case, we'll just go. And that's what's nice is we can actually hit that flat route whenever we can hit, like, I call that like a complementary route where you're never really calling this play for the flat, right? But when we can hit him and get him going, oh, I mean, they got to defend so much now, right? We could have thrown him right there. We didn't. Just throw the drag instead. They were hitting the drag late. We hit the drag early, or we can hit the drag early as well. Go here again. This time, man, you know what actually sucks is I'm not getting that. I'm not getting the halfback streak open at all against the CPU. It's great against blitzes. Really, it's great against blitzes. Right now, against what they're doing though, not doing great. Can we get it here? I'm not gonna force it. We have drag. This is actually probably the best defense they've played, and we're still able to get a route bound dot. That's like how route combos are built, is just like that. Feel free to steal this one because you can do it. We're in tight flex right now, but why can't you do this from something else? You absolutely could. Let's talk about a few things you might not know about pass protection in College Football 25. This one should be pretty helpful to you guys. So the first thing I want to talk about first and foremost is if somebody's containing you, right? They're going double tapping the right bumper and they're getting these contains. Well, a lot of people just assume, oh, they're containing. I just can't do anything. I can't roll out or anything, right? Not entirely true. If they contain, what we can actually do here is hold left bumper. Okay, hold left bumper. Go down on the right stick. See, down the right stick hits double team. We're going to down the right stick to double team, and we get this plus icon. Now we can let go of everything, use the left stick, and double team whoever we choose. So in this case, let's double team this outside right guy. So we hit A or X on him. Now he has a little plus over him. What happens? He is double teamed. And what does that mean? We can now roll out. Now, obviously, you need a fast quarterback. That guy's an athlete. He can't shed, but that's an easy way to break contain. And that's also a really easy way using the double team mechanic is that if they have one guy who's just a dog, right? Let's say we snap this ball and they're user rushing us and they're, getting really fast sheds, or they have one guy who just keeps on winning for some reason, just dominating us. We can use that same double team mechanic, select him, and now he's going to get double teamed. It's less likely for him to insta shed. You can see that right there on that dude. We just double team. Really easy way to slow down any kind of pass rush. Again, left bumper, down the right stick. You then can choose a double team. You cannot double team people off the line of scrimmage, by the way. So like a safety or a linebacker or a slot corner, you cannot double team. Yep. Next, a lot of people don't know this. There is a massive difference between play action blocking and normal blocking, okay? And there's even some differences within the different styles of normal blocking on like different play types, like a quick pass, 3-step drop, 5-step drop, but we're just gonna go play action compared to a normal drop back pass. Right here, if we look at our offensive line, they all are taking their kick steps. You can see where they're all going, they're all dropping, right? And we snap this ball, you can actually see them really drop step, right? Especially those tackles. When we run play action, wow, my quarterback just keeps fumbling in this one. Nice. When we run play action, notice what happens here. Look at their lines. They're all attacking. And even if I put my halfback on a route right here, right? We're not even running play action anymore. They're still attacking. Tight end on a route, they're still attacking. And this is actually, they'll relatively play, especially the tackles will play, relatively the same. You'll see some of those kick steps. But the offensive line, the interior of it, they actually do a better job against disengages. And this could be a really good way to turn off certain abilities on the defensive line. Using play action plays can turn off things like quick jump, and it's been known to turn off the other things in the game, such as edge threat elite in Madden, and even double or nothing in Madden in years past. I cannot confirm that for this year, so don't take my word for that this year. In College Football 25, 100% confirmed. This will stop quick jump, though. So just something to keep in mind. There's a massive difference there. On top of that, too, you will notice that certain blitz protections will either work better or worse with play action blocking. All right? Just another thing to keep in mind, because if you notice sometimes your blitz is coming in and sometimes it's not, your blitz might suck against play action. That's a very real thing that happens. Play action can totally eliminate a blitz because the blocking is different and the defenders react a little bit differently to that different blocking. They'll play slightly different in their blitz angles because it is technically a play action play, so they're playing a little bit more of a run. So just a few things to keep in mind and how to utilize, one, breaking the contain, right? And also utilize play action. Just be aware that could be different and a tool that you could use. If you found value from this video, consider checking out my website, civil.gg. We have over 1,000 active members with over 96% of those people saying that after joining civil.gg and using my exact schemes on offense and defense, they have won more games. We have content dropping every single week, and it's the best place in the world to go if you actually want to get better, have more fun, and just start winning. You use code CIVIL30, get a cool 30% off right now. Again, link to that top of the description.